But it is more than just brand reputation. It's the lack of new consumer products, the sheet metal, if you will. Car companies depend upon new products to generate new sales. Tesla is in a slump right now. The last new product it really had, the totally new product, was the Cybertruck, which is a very niche thing.
Yeah.
They're updating the Model Y in various markets. That could help tweak sales a little bit, but it's really hard to imagine it's going to move the metal in a huge way.
We want to talk about the latest in the spectacular and ongoing implosion of the Trump Musk bromance. Now, with Elon, as he's often called, constantly promoting his new America Party on X, Trump has threatened to continue slashing subsidies for Tesla. The EV giant alone receives billions of dollars in subsidies from the federal government, leaving investors concerned for the potential crash in stock value should Trump follow through with his threats to, listen to this, cancel all forms of subsidy to the electric car manufacturer. What could this mean? Let's talk to Tim Higgins, columnist at the Wall Street Journal and author of Power Play, Tesla, Elon Musk and the Bet of the Century. Tim, how high are the stakes here?
Well, the stakes are very high. Elon Musk for years has really been really bristled at the idea that his companies had benefited from government help here in the States. But you go back to the early days, and the company was saved in part because of a loan from the U.S. government. His SpaceX has benefited from contracts with the U.S. government, though he is providing services for them. So really the history of Elon Musk's companies have been intertwined with the government's efforts to bring out green cars and kind of encourage this technology development. So the idea that he's not going to maybe be hurt by this is not true. It definitely is going to disrupt things.
If it happens, we talk about Trump always chickening out, but he's been pretty bold here on Truth Social and elsewhere. What's the likelihood that he will follow through, no matter what the ramifications?
Well, we're already seeing it.
Yep.
That one big, beautiful bill that President Trump has been pushing for support, Congress passed, he signed into law, is going to get rid of tax credits. It made it cheaper for people to buy electric cars in the U.S. This was something that Tesla had benefited from it. Other car companies benefited from it as well. But that essentially makes Tesla vehicles more expensive to the average consumer later this year. You see Tesla now really pushing the marketing to say, hey, this is the time to buy. So maybe it'll help this quarter, but getting into the end of the year, it's going to be a challenge. The other things that, we're keeping an eye on is that legislation also makes it disrupts some of these what we call regulatory credits that other car companies that were failing to meet emission standards here in the States could buy credits from Tesla because they sell only green vehicles to offset some of those fines that they would otherwise face. Tesla's benefited greatly from that, not just from the U.S. government, but local state governments in Europe, in China. And so that'll be a dent as well. And then if you look at the potential beyond that, we talk about Elon's other companies. SpaceX, a huge contractor for NASA. The U.S. government really depends upon SpaceX to get into space these days. So it's not quite clear that they could pull that money because they need him, but it'll be a dance.
Given that potential doomsday scenario for Musk and Tesla, Tim, what's the likelihood that Musk will roll back and stop probing and prodding Trump about the Epstein files, etc., realizing that this might be existential for his signature brand?
I think that the likelihood of him rolling back because of this is very little. He has said many times in the past that it's not about the money, it's about kind of the stance and his beliefs. And one of the things that's interesting this year, as he's pointed to SpaceX's kind of proposed or expected revenues, the commercial end of that business is growing dramatically, bigger than the government end of that. And that's an important thing for him. That Starlink satellite system that is so popular, really becoming the moneymaker for that business. So it gives him greater ability to kind of have a voice against the U.S. government.
Right. So if Trump does go ahead and cancel all these subsidies and destroy the share price of Tesla as well as revenues, could it be existential?
At this point, I don't think it's existential for Tesla.
Yeah.
Tesla is a business now, but it is definitely going to make it harder there's a certain part of its profitability that is tied to these regulatory credits around the world. The loss of this segment from the federal government in the U.S. Will hurt, but it's not a death nail in the Tesla brand or the company.
And talking about the brand, when you look at countries like Germany, France, here, elsewhere in Europe, I mean, it's tanking. Any sign that it could be rescued by sales in other territories?
I mean, you hit the bigger risk right now is the brand reputation because of all these issues for the last 6 months, year, 18 months. That's the bigger challenge. But it is more than just brand reputation. It's the lack of new consumer products, the sheet metal, if you will. Car companies depend upon new products to generate new sales. Tesla is in a slump right now. The last new product it really had, the totally new product, was the Cybertruck, which is a very niche thing.
Yeah.
They're updating the Model Y in various markets. That could help tweak sales a little bit, but it's really hard to imagine it's going to move the metal in a huge way.
Okay. Tim Higgins, thank you very much indeed for joining us at Times Radio. Tim's a columnist at the Wall Street Journal and author of Power Play, Tesla, Elon Musk, and the Bet of the Century.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk said he plans to hold a shareholder vote on whether the EV maker can invest in his artificial intelligence startup, XAI. His comments came after the Wall Street Journal reported over the weekend that SpaceX, Musk's rocket firm, will invest $2 billion in XAI as part of a $5 billion funding round. The investments are aimed at helping XAI better compete with OpenAI's ChatGPT. XAI recently launched Grok 4, its latest flagship AI model. While Musk has touted it as, quote, the smartest AI in the world, Grok still lags ChatGPT in terms of usage. Integrating technology, talent, and financial backing is a theme that runs across Musk's empire of companies. Earlier this year, XAI acquired X in a $33 billion deal that valued the combined group at $80 billion at the time. But the billionaire ruled out a merger between Tesla and XAI, responding no on Monday to a user poll on X that posed the question of the two companies merging. Musk, Tesla, and XAI did not respond to Reuters' requests for comment.
Tesla confirmed Thursday it will hold its annual shareholder meeting on November 6th. The electric vehicle giant's announcement comes a day after a group of investors urged it to set a date and cited legal obligations. The last meeting was held in June 2024, and since then a series of events have hurt Tesla's stock. Those include CEO Elon Musk's public feud with President Donald Trump, and the end of EV tax credits and a slump in sales due to an aging vehicle lineup. It's all raised investor concerns, and Tesla shares have lost 38% since hitting a record high in December. The automaker also wants to pivot to self-driving technologies for future growth. Investors worry Musk's political ambitions could hurt Tesla after he recently launched the America Party. Tesla's board set July 31st as the new deadline for the submission of shareholder proposals to be included in the proxy statement. The carmaker was close to missing a deadline under Texas law. It allows investors to seek legal option in case a company fails to hold a shareholder meeting within 13 months of holding a previous one.